Peggy 18.
One day my father decided it was time to move away, across the ocean, to start a new life in Empire Bay. Never in my life had I seen anything as fantastic. It was beautiful.
Empire Bay is a fictional city. It's on the east coast of America. It's inspired largely by New York. You would probably recognize the skyline, but it's really a cross-section of lots of different American cities.
Empire Bay covers an area of around 10 square miles, which is roughly twice the size of the city in the original Mafia.
We have many different neighbourhoods in the city, some 20 different neighbourhoods. It really sort of feels real, you know. It feels like an American city that everyone's been to, but obviously it's period authentic as well, and it's a big part of the details that we've added to the game.
These little details were so important to us when we were creating the city. We wanted the buildings to have the correct wireframe models and the textures to be as authentic as possible. So we actually went to New York and Chicago and spent several weeks soaking up the atmosphere and taking thousands of photos to use as inspiration.
We have two versions of the city. We've got a 1940s version and a 1950s version. So the first part of the game is set in the winter, you know, like the whole place is completely covered in snow. It's happening during World War II, so the whole atmosphere is one of, you know, austerity. Everyone is very poor. A lot of the young guys have been away to war. In fact, the game begins with Vito coming back from the war.
And just like in our game, life is tough for Vito. Life is not easy for Vito.
Can't believe you just got me out of the service.
Come see me tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about.
For me, it's the very small details. You know, like the snow sliding off the cars when you accelerate. The period detail is extremely high. All of these things together, the animations, the detail, the weather changing as you go through the missions, it's really just all adds together to create the atmosphere and the vibe. Then when we move to the 50s, it's a very different environment. It's rock and roll, the guys are driving cool cars, everyone's got a little bit more money, the whole kind of feeling and the vibe of the game have changed.